Hey guys, Michael here, and I'm back to talk bricks. Today we're talking This Week in Bonus LEGO News, where every Saturday I bring you the LEGO stories you need to know. We've got another awesome week with more from Star Wars, Monkey Kid creator, and Minecraft, the LEGO Ideas Medieval Blacksmith, LEGO Legend of Zelda, and Metroid. Could we be getting more LEGO Friends? Plus, which LEGO theme is coming back? And I'll kick off another round of the weekly giveaway. Just subscribe and leave a comment about this week's news. And of course, I'm back with LEGO deals from Amazon and across the web, so if you want to pick anything up to support the channel, there's links in the description below. First from Zavvi, we got the LEGO City Cargo Train for 30% off with code LEGOCT, and the LEGO Technic Lamborghini is 18% off with code ZAVVYLS. Over at Walmart, they've got the LEGO Technic Land Rover Defender for 20% off. And over at Amazon, they've got the LEGO Star Wars 501st Legion Clone Trooper and Armored Assault Tank sets for 20% off. From LEGO Minecraft, they've got the Pig Big Fig and Baby Zombie for 25% off. And don't forget, over at LEGO.com, you can get a free LEGO City Polybag with your purchase over $40 from now through the 24th. And you can pick up these deals or more using the links in the description below if you want to support the channel. Next up, to celebrate LEGO's 90th anniversary, they've kicked off a fan vote where you can vote for one classic LEGO theme to be reimagined as an 18+ set for 2022. As a longtime LEGO fan, some of these sets are bringing me back to my childhood. And with so many classic LEGO themes, it's really hard for me to choose three. And that's really because all the available themes that you're seeing here really mean a lot to LEGO fans. And if I had my pick, I'd love to get one set a year that's reimagined from these classics. The fan vote closes on the 25th, but thanks to Stone Wars, we've got the rankings as of January 20th. And currently in first place is LEGO Bionicle. The Bionicle line is definitely a classic, and there's a vocal fan base that is clamoring for more. But longtime fans will of course remember that LEGO Bionicle was rebooted in 2015 and was expected to run for 2 years but stopped sooner than that due to poor sales. The rest of the top 5 includes Classic Space, which featured characters released again in the LEGO Movie 2, LEGO Pirates, which also saw an amazing reimagining in the LEGO Ideas Pirates of Barracuda Bay, LEGO Trains, which had a recent release in the 18+ line with the crocodile, and of course Classic Castle. And as many of these themes have been recently touched on again, I'd love to see more from the other unique themes, like Aquazone, Adventurers, or one of my favorites, Time Cruisers. But as a longtime LEGO fan, I think I'm going to be excited about whatever's chosen. Voting closes early morning on the 25th, and if you want to cast your vote, I've left a link in the description below. And speaking of bringing back classic themes, this week we got the reveal of the LEGO Ideas Medieval Blacksmith set. This set is 2,164 pieces and will retail for $150 when it comes out on February 1st. While scaled down from the original submission, I think they did a really nice job recreating the look of this with all of the different textures with the wood and the stone. And all of the natural environmental elements, especially that apple tree, really set the scene. As you might imagine, all of the floors come apart like a modular building, and now with official pictures, we can see what's inside. On the first floor, we can see the blacksmith's workshop with all of his equipment and the knight's armor. He can work on his anvil or put the sword into the forge, which glows even from the outside with a light brick. The second floor features the kitchen and dining area for the house, including these chairs with axes on the back. And the top floor features their bedroom and this awesome bearskin rug. This set includes 4 minifigures, including the blacksmith on the right, the archer at the center, and a husky. But the two standouts, of course, are these black falcon knights that have been reimagined in a more modern style. And I also love the modern horse in tan, which looks great. To go along with the set's announcement, LEGO of course posted another fun designer video breaking down all the behind the scenes. I personally love the detail on how the forge is activated by pressing on the bellows at the side. And it was also great to see how they honored the fan designer by including the mountains on the blacksmith sign and the squash patch out on the side. And I always love these behind the scenes looks with the designers. And if you want to watch this video, I've left a link in the description below. But one detail that fans couldn't ignore is this small scale castle build that was at the back of this shot, which also seems to be the shadow that we see at the back of this shot. And most fans are assuming that this will be an upcoming gift with purchase, as it looks like a small scale depiction of the Black Falcon castle. But of course, we'll have to see what happens next. And if you want to pick up the set and support the channel, I've left a link in the description below. And bringing us to an older LEGO Ideas set, there's an all-new rumor that we could be getting a sequel to the LEGO Friends LEGO Ideas set, which could bring us another amazing set from the iconic TV show. You may or may not know that this was actually the fastest selling LEGO set that year, and it definitely also opens LEGO up to additional demographics that may not have considered them before. So it makes perfect sense that they'd want to follow it up with a sequel. And this isn't the first time that LEGO's created a sequel to a LEGO Ideas set. As you might remember, the LEGO Ghostbusters Ecto 1 was a LEGO Ideas set, and we got the follow-up in the unbelievable Ghostbusters HQ, which is one of my favorite sets. As far as what the set could be, I'd have to imagine it's going to be Monica and Rachel's apartment, as they spend so much time there in the show. But whatever it ends up being, I'm just excited we're going to be getting more. And another rumor is that from the LEGO Creator Expert line, we're going to be getting a depiction of the Titanic. Everyone, of course, knows the story of the Titanic, and the ship itself is definitely iconic enough to turn into a LEGO set. And the idea of this definitely reminds me of the LEGO Creator Maersk Line Triple E ship. And while I'd imagine this set would be a little bit larger, it would definitely be in micro scale just like this one was. And overall, I think this one could be a really interesting build and a pretty epic display piece. nice. And the other major rumor is that we're going to be getting another set like the old Trafford you see here, depicting a large-scale stadium. While I didn't pick up this set myself, it is a pretty impressive build, and I'm very eager to see which iconic stadium they'll choose next. Next up in LEGO Ideas news, there were 4 more projects that hit 10,000 supporters on the platform this week, so let's break them down. First up, we've got Hyrule Castle, The Legend of Zelda. Straight out of the classic Zelda Nintendo franchise, we can see an epic depiction of Hyrule Castle. The castle is divided into different sections, including a market square, temple, garden, and cemetery. And as a huge fan of the Zelda games, I can see tons of hidden Easter eggs, including an entrance to the fairy fountain. While this Zelda-based project isn't the first of its kind to hit 10,000 supporters, it's definitely one of my favorites, and I really appreciate all the attention to detail. With LEGO and Nintendo working together on LEGO Super Mario, this one definitely feels possible, but it may not be chosen if LEGO's already got its own plans for this. And speaking of Nintendo, next up we've got Metroid Samus Aran's gunship. Straight out of Nintendo's classic Metroid series, I think the designer did an excellent job capturing the unique shaping of this ship. And as a fan of the series who's been dying for another installment, I think getting a LEGO set would be an easy consolation. While the ship looks great as a display model, I really like how the designer packed in a ton of different play features to make it a good LEGO set. And with some cool minifigures and a buildable Ridley, I really hope this one gets chosen. Next up, we've got the Karate Kid Wax On, Wax Off. The project is a highly detailed recreation of Mr. Miyagi's home from the classic 1984 film The Karate Kid. The attention to detail in this set is really stunning, and all of the different landscaping is just as detailed as the full interior. And throughout the build, you can see so many of the settings where the classic scenes take place, where Daniel-san goes through all of his training. It's definitely possible this set could get chosen, especially due to the recent popularity of the continuation series Cobra Kai. And while this one would be really cool to get, I'm not sure the building's quite as iconic as something like Hyrule Castle. And finally, we've got the Scania Next Generation S730. The main build here is the cab of the Scania truck, and this project is one of just a couple LEGO Technic builds to actually make it to 10,000 supporters. The project's designer did a really excellent job capturing all the shaping and adding in some really cool functions. And as we've never seen a LEGO Technic build make it through the round of review, I'm just curious to see how this one will do. Next up, thanks to promo bricks and foreign retailers, we finally got official photos of some of the LEGO March releases, including sets from Star Wars, Monkey Kid, Minecraft, Creator, and Ninjago. First up from LEGO Star Wars, we've got the all-new Imperial shuttle. This one is the latest in these smaller, scaled-down versions of classic Star Wars ships, and this Lambda-style cruiser still looks pretty nice. While the sizing isn't too much smaller than the last Imperial shuttle Tidarium, it doesn't feature quite as much interior space, though the original didn't have much. This set does include 3 minifigures, including Darth Vader, Luke, and an Imperial officer, though interestingly, this isn't the most updated version of Darth Vader with the printed arms. Next, from the 4 Plus line, we've got the Resistance X-Wing. As the 4 Plus line implies, this one definitely isn't for everyone, but it does fit the bill and has some nice printing. And to a younger kid, I think they'd really enjoy it, even if it doesn't look like the original version, which was $100. And it's also a cheap way to get Poe Dameron and BB-8. And as a quick bonus, there's also going to be an all-new book called Yoda's Galaxy Atlas with an exclusive Yoda minifigure. The book features Yoda traveling to tons of iconic Star Wars locations, and it does show off this exclusive version of Yoda, which features him backpacking around. And if you want to pre-order the book and support the channel, there's a link in the description below. Next up from Monkey Kid, we've got Monkey Kid's Team Drone Copter. This set contains 1,462 pieces and retails for $149.99. The drone copter itself is a pretty unique design with 4 large rotors, as well as this large cannon system at the top which spins around. And the copter can detach the shipping containers on the left and right, and even this small watercraft at the front. The containers can be opened up, with this one featuring their living setup, and the other features a whole hangout area with an arcade machine. And they definitely packed a lot inside this one. But the villains have their own shipping container and these cool robotic spiders. On the inside, you can see their whole setup featuring that satellite dish, as well as a firing poison cannon. The real standout, of course, though, is the 10 characters. We've got new versions of the Monkey Kid in May, as well as Mo the Cat and Sandy. And the villains look amazing too, with new designs for Spider Queen and Red Sun, as well as new characters Huntsman and Syntax. And a cool design for Mr. Tang, as well as Faye. And if you want to pick up this set and support the channel, there's a link in the description below. From LEGO Minecraft, we've got the Warped Forest, which features these epic new minifigures. I like the build and color scheme of this set, but of course the highlight are the minifigures for the Piglins, the Hoglin, as well as the Huntress. We also have the First Adventure, and I just love how many levels are in this set, with lots of different areas to play. Not to mention, you've got a ton of characters, including Steve, Alex, skeletons, a horned sheep, dyed cat, and a moo bloom. Next up from LEGO Creator, we've got the 3-in-1 Space Mech, and I really love the look of this one. And in addition to the Space Mech, you can also reconfigure it into this crawler, as well as this walker. Next up, we've got the 3-in-1 Safari Treehouse, and the treehouse looks nice, especially with the build for the giraffe. And in addition to the treehouse and giraffe, you can reconfigure it into a biplane and lion, as well as this catamaran and crocodile. And finally, from Ninjago Legacy, we've got Jay's Electro Mech. And while the build here wouldn't be as good as the original, for the 4 Plus line, it's a pretty fun mech. Plus, there's an enemy vehicle with a projectile, and this cool version of Jay. Next, over at LEGO's VIP portal, they've released an all-new reward in the LEGO Castle logo collectible coin. While it's unclear exactly the size of the coin, I'd have to imagine it's fairly large, certainly bigger than a quarter. And it looks nice and shiny with the Castle logo on the front and the LEGO VIP logo on the back. And on the VIP portal, they also have this collector's case, which reveals that there's going to be 5 in the series, including coins for Classic Space, Octan, a large version of the old LEGO coin, and LEGO Pirates. While I personally like the look of these collectible coins, if you wanted to collect all 5 in the case, it would cost you about $50 worth of LEGO VIP points. But if you want to check them out for yourself, I've of course left a link in the description below. So there you have it, folks. That was this week in bonus LEGO news, and LEGO's always giving us just more and more to look forward to. Personally, I can't wait to find out the results of the 90th anniversary poll and see what reimagined set we're going to be getting next. Plus, I'm definitely going to be picking up the medieval Blacksmith when it comes out in February, and I can't wait to see what comes out next from LEGO Friends. The TV series, that is. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up down below as it really helps the channel, and don't forget to subscribe because I'll be back next Saturday with even more LEGO news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think about all the stories? And which one are you most excited about? And now we've got this week's giveaway winner. Congratulations! And be sure to email me from the About page on my channel so we can coordinate about the prize. And if you want to enter this week's round, just leave me a comment about this week's news. You must be a subscriber to win. And definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks, and have a good one! Hey guys, Michael here. Click to watch last week's video featuring LEGO Ninjago, Marvel collectible minifigures, LEGO Simpsons, and more, and don't forget to subscribe.